So it is a quarter to 10 p.m. It is October 7th, and I have about 24 days until Halloween, and I want to crochet my Halloween costume. Can she do it? I don't know. Do I have a plan?
I have concepts of a plan.
I did order my yarn. This is the kind of yarn that I got. Put my buy it. Mia Premium hand knitting yarns, Baby Boom. Anti-peeling, hopefully, we'll see. This is acrylic yarn, but it's a weight 3 yarn. I wanted acrylic because it's October, so it's gonna get chilly. It's not gonna get cold, but it's gonna get chilly. And I wanted something that was keep me warm, because I get cold easily. I wanted something that's gonna keep me warm, but something that still had some flow to it. So I decided with acrylic weight 3 yarn, and this is the color that I got for Gon from Hunter x Hunter. We're making his like little crop jacket and his shorts. Hopefully this is all I need, because I bought 6 skeins. I only have 600 grams to do what I need to do. So hopefully this is enough, because if not, I bought everything they had. They don't have any more. I'm gonna be out of luck. And I don't have time to run out. So I'll start tomorrow. So just smear this like, this looks like a kelp shake, right? Like if I had a straw. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so it's dark. Well, the sun is still setting, but all of the yarn. Whoa! Ah! I've caked all my yarn. 3 cakes of 200 grams each. Ah! Okay, and I'm using one, and I'm just gonna make like a very basic, but cute jacket. All I did was like measure from my shoulder to my shoulder. So I kind of just went off of what I knew, which was 19 inches. I'm gonna add like another inch just for some wiggle room. So then I just took my yarn and I'm going to chain a 20. I'm using a 4.5 millimeter hook. It recommends 2.5. I went up 2 because I wanted to. So this is my chain. I didn't count how many is my chain. I'm just going to be measuring it without like stretching it out. 19.5. So I'll do 3 more stitches, 2 for the 20 inches and then 1 for the climbing chain. And I'm just gonna be doing the lemon peel stitch because I know it, I love it. I did it for my Satori dress. I love how clean and smooth it looks, but also is like nice and simple and easy, and you don't have to think about it. So I'm going to go for as long as I can for tonight. I'm gonna see how much I did at the end. So I'm so tired. It was a few days later. We have 13 days until Halloween on the 26th. I finished the jacket's back panel and I'm starting the front panels. I finished one. I feel like they look so short, but this is a crop jacket and I'm adding like ribbing to the bottom. This is the one piece. Wrong anime. I did this to the top. We'll figure that out later. What I did for the front panel is I measured how far my back panel was. Then I subtracted 4 inches for my neckline and I divided that in 2 and then chained to that. So it was 20, I subtracted 4, 16, divide that by 2, 8. So I'm chaining to 8 and that's how big one front panel is gonna be. What I did was I chained to 8 inches, which for me was 33 plus 1 turning chain. And then I'm just gonna go back and forth with the lemon peel stitch for 42 rows. The last 5 rows, that is when I did my decreases over here. And then the last row, I just did it the same, no increase, no decrease. That's what I'm doing so far. So I got 13 days, girl, I don't know. All right, so I have both the front panels are just like slip stitched on to the back panel. This is how long it is. It's not even being held together, but it's, yeah. This, I'm working on the sleeve right now. I'm going like back and forth, but I just like slip stitch it together real quick so I can see how it's looking so far. It's so cute. This is the tank top that I'm gonna wear with it as well. Like, I'm so excited. I recorded like 8 minutes that I lost because I had the camera facing the wrong way. This is what I've done. It is October 21st. So 10 days until Halloween. But this is how much I have of the jacket done. I haven't blocked it yet because I have to finish this sleeve. But I did the trim. I did just the outside, and I finished the sleeve, except I have to sew this together. And I hadn't done this sleeve because I was going to show you how I did it. And then when I get to the trim on this side, I'll show you how I did that. But how I did the back was I just made at the back here from this side to this side, one single crochet row. And then I did 3 rows of the dark green in the lemon peel stitch. And then I went all the way around with a single crochet row, starting from down here, going all the way around the back, and then up, and then around the collar, and then down again of the black. So that's this row right here. And then I did 2 rows in red of the lemon peel stitch, starting from here and just going around the same way. And then when I got back here, just changing colors and going around in black again. And it was really simple. Didn't take very much time at all. For my arm, I measured the upper part of my arm, which is about 11.5 inches. And then I added like 1/2 inch or 1 inch to that. So if you want to add 1 inch, you can totally do that. And I probably should have added 1 inch because it feels a little tight, but I think blocking is going to loosen it up. So, I mean, be risky if you want to be risky, but I'm being risky. So I added 1/2 inch. So I rounded up to 12. And then I measured from the seam 6 inches this way, 6 inches this way. And then I just did a single crochet row across just to make sure it was all even, because like this is not very, this just looks, it's just a mess. So equal amount of stitches on both sides and then 1 extra on the seam. It's just easier to remember that way so that you can do it for both arms. I just chained 1 and started lemon peel stitching back and forth. And I'm gonna do that for 30 rows. And then I decreased 1 on each side. It was looking a little too wide for my liking. And then I did an additional 17 rows, I mean. Then I started the cuff. But this is how it looks. It's got a little red lips, and you can see the little black. I love it. For this, I did the trim around the bottom, and then I turned it inside out, and I just slip stitched. I just did slip stitches all the way down. I think it looks pretty clean, honestly. Better than it would look if I like just sewed it. So that's how it looks. This is the seam. And I have to do like the little pockets. I'm not actually adding pockets in because it's a crop jacket. I'm not gonna be able to put anything in there. So I'm just gonna add do 2 rows of the lemon peel stitch in red, and then surround that with like slip stitch or a single crochet of black, and just sew it on each side. But I'm starting these shorts right now. I'm following a tutorial because I really liked the way that how the silhouette looked. That's what I'm doing for this. I'm not freestyling this just yet. I want to see if I can add pockets, but we got 5 more days, so I don't know. I'll have today and tomorrow to really work on it, but I don't know how much freestyling I'm gonna be able to do. But this is the start of my waistband. It's just a chain 13 and then single crochet across so you have your foundation chain, and then back loop only single crochets all the way back and forth until I reach how much I need for my waistband, which is like, make sure it fits around your hips, pretty much. Not getting too around your waist. Make sure it fits around your hips because you need to be able to pull them up. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing. so I want to show y'all all right, so I want to show y'all real quick how much of the shorts that I have done so far. So this is the back, and these are gonna be kind of high-waisted because he wears high-waisted pants. Girl, I'm tired. So after I did the trim, before I connected them, I just went around one edge and did the black, and then I switched back to the green color and slip stitched. Well, this is the slip stitched it together, and then I just did a single crochet row around in green just to make everything all even. And I started lemon peel stitching for about 3 rows because I was like, should I add pockets? He has pockets in his outfit, so I guess I should add pockets. But I was like, girl, we don't have enough time to be doing all this extra stuff. This is how it's looking with the pockets. So this is where the pocket hole is. And what I did was I counted like 45 stitches from the seam, like from the seam on each side, 45 stitches. And then on that stitch, I chained to 34. And then I slip stitched it back into the same stitch. And then I just continued in the same thing on the other side. I marked it out with stitch marker first. So I just did 45, both sides marked with stitch marker, went around, did the slip stitch, did the chain, and then slip stitched it in, went across with the lemon peel stitch, and then did the same thing. And then I went across the back and went back and forth just to build it up until I had them both completely covered. And now I'm going to slip stitch it in, the yarn back into one of these. I fastened it off. I'm gonna slip stitch it in and just go back and forth until I meet, and then I'm going to just continue to go back around until I feel like it's a high-waisted length, and then I will start separating the legs and do each individual leg. And then I'm gonna make extra on the leg. You know what, I'll get there I'll show you when I get there. But I may be able to finish the shorts today, which honestly I didn't expect that. So they only took me like 2 days. If I actually finish today, girl, I don't know. But yeah, so this is how they're turning out so far, and I like them. But there's also like, I want to make 6 things so I keep my belt in place because I'm wearing a belt. He wears a belt, so I'm gonna make 6 like little things to keep the belt in place, belt loops, and then finish my other sleeve because I haven't finished that yet, and then add the little fake pockets onto the jacket, so everything together, and then I get to block it, and then I'm done. So yeah, sounds simple. Is it? I don't know. Okay, so it is the 25th, October 25th. It is the day before Halloween weekend, and I'm gonna show you how much I have done. So these are the shorts. I have one leg. I wanted to make it like 5 rows longer because, you know, he like flips it up a little bit, so it's like, you know, make it 5 rows longer so it's not like super short on me because I'm not trying to have my booty cheeks out anyway. But this and this is all the yarn I have left. So I have both of them tied up to one of the legs. I'm gonna do 15 rows on this one because that's how many I have for this one. I'm gonna do 15 rows, and then if I can do more rows, if I can do 5 more rows on each, then I'll do 5 more rows on each, and then I will, like, you know, flip it over, and that should be good for me. And if I can't, I guess my booty cheeks are gonna be out, girl. I don't have the yarn. And this is what I thought would happen because I was like, shorts and a jacket, like it's a crop jacket and they're shorts, but you know, 600 grams. Because I was thinking, I was like, well, my Satori dress, it took me 550 grams to make the dress. So I was like, I'm gonna be cutting it close is what I'm getting at here. So I finished all the green for the sleeve of the jacket at least, so I'm not worried about that. This is all the green done, and because I did all that, I'm gonna show you how I made the cuff now. Hooray! It's only 15 rows. It doesn't look like 15 rows, but this is 15 rows. I counted it in my head, 15 rows. And all I have to do is sew this together. I'm so proud. But all right, I'll show you guys how I made the cuff now. So for the cuff, I am on the inside, which was my last row. I'm on the inside. This is the inside seam, so that my next row will be on the outside, so that you can see the slip stitches on the outside. So I'm adding my black color in. Now that I'm at the end of the row, looks like just a little black line. But now I'll be changing my hook size to my 3.5, and I will be grabbing my red yarn. I'm gonna change color and chain 1. I'm going to cut this yarn back here because it's not needed. Sorry, had some technical difficulties, just ignore that. Turning my work, and I will be doing the lemon peel stitch into the front loop of black slip stitches. This one here. Oh, I'm gonna start with a single crochet and just do the lemon peel stitch like that into the front loop of all the slip stitches. Lemon peel into all of the black slip stitches. Oh, sorry again. Just one row and then one more row. So 2 rows of the red lemon peel, and then I'll meet you before we start the 3rd row. I've done my 2 rows. Now we're just gonna flip it and chain 1, and I have to make a single crochet in the space. So I'm going to grab the 2 loops from the green that we didn't use earlier and go into my stitch and pull through both of them. So going into both of those stitches and then going into my stitch. That's how we get our little bump. So that's what we're doing for the whole row. Now I'm right, the sun is setting on me. I took so long, but this is what it looks like when it's finished. It's a little lip at the end, and it's very easy to lose stitches at this stage, this whole part. So just be very mindful. And now we're done with the colors, so I'm just cutting it off. And I'm ready to change colors back to the black so we can make another slip stitch row. And so that's all I'm gonna do. Switch back to the black, make another slip stitch row just like we did earlier, same thing. And then when we get to the end, I will switch colors to my dark green here, and I will do the dark green in the lemon peel stitch for 5 rows. Do another slip stitch black row, then do the red all over again, finishing it off with lastly the single crochet row at the end instead of a slip stitch row at the end, so it's fully covered and you don't, so that's all. Hey y'all, it is 12:15 I think, or 12:10. Anyway, it's way past my bedtime. I wake up at like 5:30 in the morning to go to work, 5:20. So I just got finished doing most of it. I set it out to block. This is the jacket. I used up all my blocking boards. On right here, and right there. I just don't have the time to sew it on right now because sewing those things probably take like 10 minutes each, and I don't have the time to do that. But these are the shorts, mostly done. I want to do like some surface crocheting. I don't know if I'll be able to, but I want to do like the little surface crocheting to show that he has like denim shorts or whatever. So I want to do that, but I just did the black bottom outline and the black pocket outline, and we've done those ends. So that's what I have so far. Yay. So tomorrow I still have to make the pockets. The pockets aren't even done yet, dude. The pockets are nowhere near done. So I'm gonna try to do that when I go home from work tomorrow. Editing Alyssa here. So when I got off work, I ended up, as you can see here, I am sewing on the little red pocket fake things, and I just went through and put them diagonally, put stitch markers in place, and went through the green part and the red part so you couldn't, green part and the black part so you couldn't see the red part underneath it, and it turned out really well. And then I just sewed up the pocket holes because I didn't end up making the pockets, and I still haven't made them. I don't think I'm gonna make them, but I had hope. Guys, it is October 28th. 3 days until Halloween. Am I actually doing anything on Halloween? No. But in case I'm doing something for like if I'm going to like a Comic-Con or an Anime Con or something, like some type of convention, then I get to wear this again. You know what I'm saying? So this is how it turned out for Halloween. So this is how I wore it for Halloween. I wore my like knee-high black boots, and I got recognized a few times. People were like, "Oh my gosh, you made that?" And I was like, "Yes, I did. It took me like 3 weeks." They were like, 3 weeks? Oh my God. There was a few things that I wanted to add to this. I wanted to add buttons on the inside, like just do like chain belt loops and then stitch a button in, and just have it so I could like, close it on the outside. Like probably 3 buttons. One at the bottom, one right here, one right here. Just like a button it on the inside. And then these pockets, I'm gonna show you later when I take them off, but I just sewed it together, and I was like, I did not go through all that work of chaining and then going through the middle part and then going around and attaching them just so I could just sew it up. Like I could have just surface crocheted this on, but I didn't have time to make the pockets. I did one pocket. It was like one pocket, and it was gonna go like this or like this. But also I kind of think that this is a little big. Like if I were to put this on in here, you kind of see how that changes the flow of the pant. Like the outline that's crazy. So I was just gonna like frog this and just do one panel instead of doing both panels for the pockets. Also, this is not a very deep pocket. I could probably put like my keys in here, and then I don't know, like a piece of Jolly Rancher candy or something, one panel, and then stitch it on so that I can put like a piece of gum in there or something. Yeah. And then the bottoms, I ended up, like you can see, I ended up like frogging the last 4 rows of the shorts that you saw last on the blocking board. Ended up frogging them, doing 2 rows of double crochet, and then doing the 4 rows that I frogged again, just so I could flip it over. You know what I mean? And then I just did a single crochet row of black on the bottom and connected the part that I flipped over to the pants with single crochet. But I should have done double crochet because it's kind of like the bottom wants to like flare up a little bit, but I also think that's because that part didn't get blocked. Like all this got blocked, but this part that I redid didn't get blocked, so it didn't lay down. But honestly, I'm not mad at it. I feel like it still works. You still get that they're supposed to be flipped up, you know? Those were the things. It's done. Basically, I'm probably not gonna keep working on it right now because I need a deadline to feel successful. That's about it, I think. I think that's about it. I love it though. I'm happy with the way it came out. Oh, and the belt loops, girl. The belt loops. They stayed on tight for the night, and then these two just kind of popped off. So I wanted to make thicker belt loops, but I didn't have the time. So I just did little chains which was good for the night, but it's not good for life. So I want to go in and just make like a little row or two of like some type of stitch, probably just single crochet, and just actually sew them in place. Ignore my hair if it look crazy right now. I gotta wash it, girl. So thank you for watching. If you watched all the way to the end, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Like and subscribe, I guess. I don't know, I'm new at this YouTuber thing. Peace.